So, starting off with the fun bit first, maybe, I don't know what it is. I kind of get what I'm going to do. So, we're doing Planet Taboo, and I'm going to do the. It's called Planet Taboo Summer Equinox 2025. That's the kind of the drop. So, yeah, I'm doing my first three logo tees, and here's the models. We have Greta from Panam. I'm just cleaning the edit up, similar to my own aesthetic, but quite more classic and clean. Love the futuristic look. They're my glasses, and obviously that's the brand. And this is the world. Spanishy, linen-y, just cool identity. Just bring down the highlights. Perfect day. There's no rain. Only on the day after I was supposed to do a shoot with another model, but it'll happen again. This, I absolutely loved it. She actually is very similar to my mood board I did for this in 2021. I have 4 models and she's identical to, her hair is identical and the glasses. Like, it's insane. And really, really cool. And more or less the dress that I had on the model was like this, but it had a little cut here, but she has a slice on the side, which is cool. So more or less the same. So cool. This is what I love about this job. I get to meet so many amazing people. Like, when will I ever meet someone from Panam in a normal job? Like, this is just insane. This is the normal job. I'm changing the highlights. There's nice and cargo like that. This location I've used before as well. When I was doing my own content, just getting used to using the camera. Yeah, I love it. Here's my prop. Taboo flowers. Absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, so there it is. A million questions come to my mind, and we definitely need to talk about the tools and make a video about the tools, like share breathing techniques, because that's showing. It felt like this is the question you have, like, what is the reason that we make us suffer? I mean, there are people who are sad about their work and like don't like to go there, but still go there. There are people who are stressed about their private situation, but still stay there with a certain grit in their mind and repeat these things. And that really resonated with me, saying like, okay, you talked about therapy, you talked about tools, you talked about all these things, but you're a scientist, so you want the facts. Right. Is there any indication you see what that could be good for? Could it be good for growing? Do we need that?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I actually think that stress.
As Greta was finishing, Matthew came towards the end, so we got a few shots of them together. The height and the contrast was so amazing. She noticed that he was wearing white and he was wearing black, so the crisscross. I noticed more so towards the back, but she had noticed the crisscross is insane. So worked out so cool. Worked out so well.
Start to feel agitated, it's stressful, and your focus will be on food. And nature designed you that way to go seek food. So this arousal or stress that we're accustomed to calling it stress was designed to leverage you towards certain behaviors and away from others. After you eat a big meal, you're sated, you're trying to relax, and in fact you naturally relax. Nature designed you that way too. Loneliness is a really interesting example where people feel so miserable, but that misery was designed to get you to go find social connection with mates. Somehow, in our modern thinking about these states, we come to the idea that if you're in a lonely state, it makes you less able or less willing to go seek out connection. But that's a violation of why it was created in the first place. It was created we are naturally supposed to move away from feelings of discomfort toward things that bring us comfort. And that, you have to be selective in what you choose for comfort, because you don't want to choose things that can be destructive. But I really see stress and loneliness and discomfort, like the not feeling good about a job or a situation, as very strong signals that something needs to change. And I see more misery around people remaining in situations that are not making them happy or fulfilled, because happiness is a tricky one. I think fulfillment is really what it's about. I'm not happy every day, but I'm very fulfilled by my work. It has what other people have referred to as meaning. It feels important. It feels like the right thing for my life. Now, I think there have been times when I've been in the wrong place or the wrong state or the wrong job and it needed to move. And I think that we are always dealing with, as humans, these two competing forces between disrupting people's sense of us. We like people to see us, and so much of our own recognition comes through how we perceive other people perceive us, right? Our ideas about how others perceive us. For a lot of people, that really defines their self-perception and sometimes even their self-worth. But to the extent that you're unhappy doing something, that's a signal. I'll use an example, actually, that I think about a lot lately, which some of your listeners or viewers may resonate with, which is grief. So after my third advisor died, and I can say this with a smile, because I'm just, at some point it almost became kind of humorous. I was like, this is crazy, right?
Just finishing off the edits from the t-shirt shoot, and they look insane. I'm just doing bits of everything that I've done throughout the other shoots, so I've all the presets saved. So here's one of Miguel, and he looks insane as always, man. Here, let's see in a second. There, look at that. I'll show you on the screen as well. Pop it on. Oh, so fucking cool. He is deadly. So, export. What did it even say the way I wanted it? Yep. Love the neon. How cool is that? Let's see. Let's try it on a few different ones. Let's see how this is going to be. Okay, it's different.
An inner excitement set of leaning forward.
Come on, see.
A curiosity of like.
Come on, P.
Can we hear that again? What was that? What was that?
Boy.
I've not heard that before. That's interesting too.
Look at that.
Absolutely.
Cool.
So after 4 decades of doing this, you still get surprised.
Let's try
all the time.
the Grit.
Why does this work?
DJ Grit, I think it's called.
And if I were to tell you the idea, or someone were to tell me the idea, I would listen to their words and think that's a terrible idea. And then we try it, and it's remarkable.
Wow. Can you give me an example of something that stands out for you? Or maybe,
That is actually a copy and paste of the camera I used to have. I let it fall. Well, it got kind of fell out of my hand when I was doing an event, but we're going to use that as well. Why not?
It sounded really beautiful. And then the artist said, well, let's try it. I'm imagining it. And they described something so different. And in the description, it sounded terrible.
the way they explained it.
The way they explained it, or the references. They gave me references of, well, I can do it like this band with this kind of a beat. And I tried to imagine
This looks good.
song that we just recorded this different way, that way. And
There.
in my imagination,
This is the coolest.
did not sound good. And then I said, let's try it. And then they played it. And at first it didn't sound good, but very quickly it got great. And there's no way to know. There's no way to know. You can't. That's a big part of it. Is I see artists who get into arguments, like a band who gets into an argument. Let's do it this way. No, let's do it this way. And I'll always say, let's just play it both ways and listen. See. Let's see what actually happened.
Right? And that might spark something completely new.
Absolutely.
They both might suck.
Absolutely.
Well, another way.
They both might be great, and sometimes when they're both great, it's like, oh, maybe this is better for the chorus than this other thing actually can work as a bridge, and we weren't even looking for a bridge.
Yeah, that's fascinating. In this documentary series about you and your facility and kind of your life,
The Shangri-La.
yeah, powerful. I'm not all the way through it. I've done the first episode and a half. Someone in the first episode says,
That's strong.
Rick helps people be the best version of you. And I'm curious, who helps you become the best version of yourself?
Probably, I would say.
As well, and thanks for giving me. I might be talking very different primary school stuff, but what we like to do is again, I'll make sure the logo is nice and visible. So if someone's shooting here or
Blue or green is always my favourite tones.